Everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to talk about a stock that is about to make a massive move very soon and why you should keep it on your watch list. I'm also going to be answering some of you guys' questions for those of y'all who dropped those stocks of interest in the comment section of last night's video. Now, before we begin, again, do not forget to annihilate the like button on your way in. And also don't forget to click on that subscribe button along with that notification bell. That way you don't miss out on these videos. Alright? Let's begin. Right off the bat. The SPY today was very sus. I believe the FOMC meeting was today. And in the last video I gave y'all a warning. I told y'all to be very cautious about dip buying anything at all during these market conditions. I explained it very clearly, my thoughts with Nasdaq, right? And what I was seeing with Nasdaq, it didn't play out exactly the way I thought it would. I thought it would do something like, let me just get rid of all that. Okay, I thought it would do something like this, where it kind of like it just stays in here until the very end, right? I drew this out right over here like that. And then I thought it would just stop right here overnight and then chill in here throughout the entire day. And then the FOMC meeting was gonna cause this massive collapse to happen in the middle here and drop even more, right? So in the morning when I saw this thing, it was immediately sus. Like, I didn't like it. I didn't like the fact that it got out early. And what it did is pretty much grab a lot of hopeful investors, a lot of people who probably don't see the bigger picture. But this right here is a trap. You got a trap over here. It's very slow, barely any volume. It just chills over here, chops. The structure is just terrible. And then when the news comes out and the meeting happens, it all tanks right over here. So I was bearish yesterday and I'm still bearish today. And I think that we're going to go lower. This structure right here, whatever that's going on here, is not good for a long. Therefore, it must be good for a short, right? Now, also one more thing. Actually, let's just dive into the stock. Now, the stock that y'all should keep on your watch list for tomorrow, that stock is Coca-Cola. All right. And the reason why I want to share Coca-Cola with y'all is because of this. If you look closely on the 15-minute, actually, you can clearly see that there is, well, maybe it's not that clear, but it kind of is. There is a somebody could say a rising wedge on the chart right here. It's two ways of looking at it. One is like in the present, as in right now, as in what it is, right? And then the other way to look at it is what's to come, what's in the future. So there's the rising wedge right here, which broke down at exactly like 1:30 with the news, right? It broke down and it fell. Therefore, it must collapse even more. And the other way to look at it is we're gonna remove this, and then we're going to draw this thing again from here, right? Somebody could also argue that there is a bear flag on the chart that is about to break down. So there was multiple ways for me to, like, explain this, but either way, still bearish. Watch this thing for a drop. Let me change this thing to daily. All right. Now this thing right here, I believe is going to drop all the way down to $56. Right in this circle, right in this region, there is a gap on the chart, and the market is bearish. All it needs is a little bit of volume, maybe like a gap down to like instill some fear into the dip buyers before this thing like actually collapse all the way down. How fast could it go? I don't know. It may all happen in one day. It may gap down a lot and then just drop ferociously all in one day. or it may just trickle down slowly all the way until like Monday or Tuesday. But definitely keep Coca-Cola on your watch list for tomorrow. All right. Now let's talk about you guys' stocks of interest. Again, y'all always ask some wonderful questions. And also, I forgot to mention yesterday I mentioned this thing right here. I mentioned PST. Okay. And I forgot to I didn't share with y'all the other charts. And I told you to do your own research. Hopefully you did. But I want to remind y'all that this thing actually moved to the direction I told y'all. The structure in here is clean. And if you don't know what this is the ETF for the 10-year yield, which is over here. I pulled it up on TradingView. You see, US government bonds 10-year yield, and the structure is on here. And both charts, it's the other one, you can trade options on this thing. Like you can't trade options from this right here with this ticker. But if you go on Thinkorswim and you look up PST, you can trade the options on there. And it's moving right. I told y'all that it moved to like 1750 will correspond to a jump with the bonds. As you can see, the structure is on the chart exactly the same. And right now, what seems to be happening is an inverse relation between the stocks and the bonds. The bonds go up, and then immediately the stocks tank. All right, and I'm gonna show you that real quick. So watch this thing for a move all the way up. It's not done yet. Definitely not done quite yet. We're gonna go onto here, and I'm gonna show y'all this thing. So this is what happened during the meeting. So when the meeting happened, this thing immediately spiked right at 1 o'clock, and then it just kept going. All right, and if you look at every other stock, like there was the trap at first, followed by it was just a nasty green to red move, and it was very devastating. Now everything is just bearish. So I just wanted to share that with y'all for those of y'all who kind of like or maybe a little puzzled about the relationship between things. But that's something that I wanted to touch on. Now, somebody asked about Etsy. All right. Now, what's going on with Etsy? I was watching this thing for a while today. I really was. I thought it would do something crazy, but unfortunately, it didn't. I was watching it for a breakout, as you can see on as the alert that I put out. And right now, all it did is just collapse. All it did is break through the lower level of this trend line in the afternoon. And now it looks like it wants to go lower. So if we go onto the 4-hour chart, this is not looking too good. Like it looks like it just wants to dive down and continue to go lower. So it could go to like 130 tomorrow, I think. It's not looking good for longs, like at all. For anybody who did bought Etsy today, definitely not looking too good. Another stock that we're going to touch on today is a stock that had earnings yesterday afternoon, and that stock is Microsoft. And Microsoft beat earnings. It did well. The stock dropped at first and then immediately opened up at $300. The contracts didn't really move. I think both sides got smoked. I think nobody won in either direction. So, and with the market, with the way it is right now, I wouldn't be surprised to see this thing do absolutely nothing. I think it's just going to chill, maybe in this region, like above 270 and below 310. It's just going to chill in here as the market continues to do these little dead cat bounce where it reels some people in and then immediately flushes them out. Very ruthless, right? So again, watch out, be careful out there. The conditions are very wild. Be very picky, be very selective with your entries, and also don't be greedy, right? I just want to point that out because again, the conditions, you got to know what conditions we're in right now. You got to be aware of that. Now, another stock that we're going to talk about in today's video, that stock is IBM. All right, and IBM also crushed earnings, and this one just needs to keep cooking. I think it needs more consolidation until 138 eventually breaks. It's not wide enough. I want it to be a little bit wider, like more consolidation for more days ahead. That's when I would actually pay attention to it. It did well through earnings. It definitely did. It tried to do a follow through on the day one, and then day two it kind of slowed down with the market. And until there is some, it needs some help from the market really. But until then, like if the market keeps selling off, this thing is just going to go sideways. And then once everything starts turning around, then we can expect new highs. All right. And was the reaction to earnings predictable? Kind of, sort of. It is difficult to predict though because we got the left shoulder of the head, and then somebody could have been ready for that right shoulder pop. But even if there was, I don't think the contract paid off that much. So again, that's my thoughts on this stock, and that is the end of the video. Again, do not forget to annihilate the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As always, it helps the channel a lot and allows more people to get this knowledge as well. Also, if you are new to the channel and you haven't done so already, definitely click on subscribe and click on the notification bell along with all notifications. That way you don't miss out on the pre-market analysis videos, which are released from Monday to Friday at exactly 8:20 a.m. Central Time, and the post-market analysis videos, which are released every single day in the afternoon. If you'd like to be part of a private Discord community where you can get this information in advance and in real time, you can find that as the first link in the description of the video below. If you're not following social media, you can find me at NGumah and at PATTERNOLOGY LAB on Instagram and on Twitter. And lastly, if all of this is brand new to you and you want to get started in the stock market, I left some very basic step-by-step directions in the description of the video below. Step 1 to step 3. It only takes about 15 minutes or less for you to get signed up with all the tools you need to start trading immediately. You can also get 2 free stocks valued up to $1,850 right after signing up with Webull using the third link in the description of the video below. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, my name is NGumah with PATTERNOLOGY LAB, where we trade patterns and patterns only. And I will see all of you in the next video.